you know what's crazy about that game last night? I completely forgot that Mitch Marner got his 23rd consecutive game with a point on the William Nylander assist. I honestly completely forgot. And then he scored that OT goal. I jumped up and said, yes, that's 23! Then I had to be reminded that, no, he already did that because it's Mitch Marner and he gets stuff done early. That's it. That's right. Mitch Marner, 23 straight games with at least a point. So an assist or a goal. And the Leafs win 5-4 against the Calgary Flames in a game where Nazem Kadri scored. It wasn't the defensive specialist Leafs we've seen as of late. And Matt Murray didn't play like the new Matt Murray. He played like Matt Murray of last year. The Leafs win 5-4, and it started out great. It started out with Austin Matthews looking great, wearing those 90s CCM Tax skates. Custom made, of course, the AS6 or AV6, whatever they are. CCM Tax, the new ones. Those look cool. I love that he just customizes it, every month or so. The Movember ones, now these ones. He scores first after maybe a little bit of a turnover for Marner. Definitely a turnover because it leads to a breakaway. Sandin tracks him back, gets the puck up, Leafs enter the zone. It's like an odd man rush thing. They do the classic old school high, wide, and drive that you're taught in minor hockey. I think it was Willie, drops it to Matthews. Matthews snipes down low, 1-0. Snipes against Vladar. He's in net. It's not Markstrom because he's been playing better. Not long after that, though, Austin Matthews with a bit of a turnover. Turnovers are the ones that cost the Leafs the goals because the game was boom, 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 boom all night long. Anyway, he turns it over, trying to take on 3 guys. He spins, loses control of the puck. Flames the other way. Lindholm leads the rush. He goes over the blue line, feeds it over to Huberdeau. Huberdeau cuts across the blue line like I've been doing in NHL 23. Matthews is back. Okay, good. It's 3-on-3 back there. Matthews has his stick the wrong side. He has it on the inside, so the outside, which I guess makes sense, except Noah Hanifan's a lefty. And we all forget that Huberdeau, even though he's having a not very good year, he still had 115 points, and he had like 80-something assists. More than that, I think. Anyway, he fires a rocket of like a wrist shot pass to Hanifin on the stick, off the stick, goal. And there you have it, it's 1-1. Not long after that, who scores? Of course he does. Nazem frickin' Kadri. Was that the Marner turnover? That was the Marner turnover in his own zone. Marner didn't have the best game. Even though we got to 23 games with a point, didn't have the best game. Lots of turnovers. JT couldn't handle a puck either, actually, tonight. It wasn't a very good game by the Leafs. Somehow they pull off the win. Anyway, Nazem Kadri scores, makes it 2-1. It's okay. Mitch Marner makes up for it, wins a board battle. I forget who's in there with him. Gets it to Sandin. Sandin over to Nylander. Nylander just fires it low. 5-hole goal. Nylander 5 points tonight, by the way. Wow. Makes it 2-2. And then, we're in the second period now. Flames make it 3-2 after Backlund rings one off the bar, and it goes to the sideboards, and like Lewis just trucking it down the wing. Just takes a slap shot, and Murray really late. He knew it was going over to the boards. I don't think he thought the Calgary Flame was going to get there that quickly. He definitely didn't expect the shot to be that quick. Goal, 3-2. About 2.5 minutes left in the third period. That's okay. Don't worry about it because it's Matthews, Bunting, Nylander. They're out again. And what did they do? They get the puck to Nylander. Nylander shoots. This time very lucky. I think it goes off of... went off Tanev. Past Vladar makes it 3-3, and we go to the third period. Tied 3-3. And then the Flames score early on the power play. Fired on net. It was Hanifin again. Murray does the whole thing where he slides across his net because he's trying to squeeze the puck and ends up sliding through. The referee blows the whistle as the puck's going in. Of course, it's a goal. Keith didn't need a challenge. He goes, yeah, that's a goal. And I think everyone at home went, yeah, that's a goal. It was 4-3, but that's okay. That's okay, because fret not. Who goes out? It's Matthews, it's Nylander, and it's Bunting, who's just been dominant this game. And I think it's Nylander gets to Matthews at the top of the blue for the one-timer. I love that little play that they do. He fires it, goes wide. Bunting, being a little pest in front of the net, gets body position, spins, shoots the puck in the open net because Vladar can't react in time as the puck hits the wall because Matthews is such a rocket. It's 4-4. He's doing one of these. He's ready to go. And the game plays out. There's tons of penalties by Calgary. Well deserved. There's some missed penalties. For example, when Malgin got high sticked and he only played like 2 shifts in the game. And there was some missed penalties against the Leafs as well, I have to admit. But I don't think Sutter's whole, this is what happens when you come to Toronto, BS, doesn't really work. It's just a grumpy old man who is upset that they lost. Because in overtime, Huberdeau high stick Sandin, which I saw on Twitter. I don't know if this is true. Someone said, this is what Keith said after the game. I put out Kampf, Sandin, and Liljegren because, well, I knew Sandin would be the one who could get high sticked or something like that. I laughed. Whoever made that up. If it's true, even better. But I love the play putting those guys out there because Matthews and Marner and Riley fail, with Sandin it fails, with Liljegren it fails. Any of the big four, Nylander, Tavares, it just doesn't work. So why not start the game, try to win the draw. If you lose the draw, you got 3 defensive guys there. If you win the draw, then you just change because you have puck possession. It's absolutely brilliant. Instead, they don't have to worry about changing on the fly anyway because Calgary Flames took a high sticking penalty. All right, it's 4-on-3. You send 4 forwards out there. So you got Matthews, you got Tavares, you got Willie, you got Mitch. They win the draw, they get the puck to Willie in the slot, he decides not to shoot. He brings Lindholm down, he fires it back up to the point where Mitch Marner is on the left point. Mitch Marner comes in, he opens up and he's looking for a hard pass to Tavares, whose stick is wide open. He's just going to do one of those deflection things. Tanev, who is great defensively and good at blocking shots, blocks said pass, but the puck goes right back to Mitch Marner, shoots in the wide open net. Goal! Leafs finally win in real life in OT. 5-4 against the Calgary Flames. And I love it because it was an end-to-end game. Toronto did not play well. That top line played well. Did not play well. And somehow they still pulled it off because sometimes you're just going to have these nights where it's just not working and you still make it work. Mitch Marner, in my opinion, he had spurts of greatness. You can see where he's like, feeling a bit like dangling and stuff. But he didn't have a good game. I don't think Tavares had a great game. I think Willie, Matthews, and Bunting had a great game. But they're making it work. The bottom 6 is making it work. They're just throwing random people in with Marner and Tavares now because everyone's hurt. Robert's hurt now. Yarncroke's hurt. Simmons came into the game, took 2 stupid penalties. Bunting had a few dumb ones as well. When Matthews got high sticked and Bunting got a penalty. But then the Calgary Flame, I think it was Lindholm, was also getting a penalty. I thought it was coincidental. And then they took Lindholm's away and just gave Toronto a 2-minute power play. That was weird. But yeah, reffing decisions. But I have also watched the World Cup, especially the last couple games. And they have VAR that they're allowed to use and stop when they miss a foul and stuff. So I guess the NHL's not that bad. Anyway, somehow the Leafs are finding ways to win, no matter who they throw in the lineup. Thank you for being back, TJ Brody. And they're making it work even when they don't play all that well. One big note I want to point out is I want Sandin to be the quarterback for the power play now and for the foreseeable future, including when Riley gets back. I think he's just perfect with that group there. And his confidence has gone up. It just works. It just works. And I think I said this last year that Sandin could take Riley's spot if Toronto didn't want to re-sign Riley. They re-signed Riley. mainly Sandin. You know, he had his injury issues and stuff, so he couldn't really see. Look what happens when you give him ice time and you give him opportunity. It's amazing. And then Liljegren, the team's got to be like, what do you think? Liljegren, Sandin together, Gio and Hall, Brody and Riley. Makes sense. Like, that'll be the group, and then you have Timmins as your 7th. Who knows? Anyway, comment down below your thoughts on the game. Leafs win again. 14 straight games without a regulation loss. Record is 16 straight, so let's see if they can do it. Bring on the next one. Go Leafs, go.